Hey, what's going on, guys? This is your girl Ashley Wells, aka the Life Guru, coming at you with another fun and wonderful Christmas story. Guys, man, I cannot put more emphasis on let's make these holidays wonderful, and not just this holiday. Make every single holiday wonderful, guys. You know what I'm saying? The holidays is about family. You know what I'm saying? It's about family, guys. And let's just be real, because a lot of times the kids are out of school, you might have some time off of work or whatnot. Use this time to spend with your families. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, seriously. I think so many communities and groups are forgetting that aspect because now it's becoming very apparent that so many people are becoming way more secluded. You know what I'm saying? And uh, let's not do that, guys. It's showing that impact is showing how it's affecting the world. You know what I'm saying? As we become more seclusive and divided, it's definitely causing more anger, anguish, all that, and we need to do our parts, you know what I'm saying? So we need to make some changes and get back to our family units, our friend units, be united, not divided, okay? So in retrospect, that very topic actually has a lot to do with this one I'm actually about to bring up with this story. The Christmas paper tree. You heard me right. The paper tree. So the paper tree is a tradition that actually started. Um, I'm still staying in my apartment. I think this is like the second year, or no, this is the third year I'm staying in my new apartment, the high rise apartment. And I'm coming to my own, and I'm looking to start my own family. And at the time, my little brothers, they were little. I think, let's see, Tyler. Lord, how old was I? So I think Tyler was about, my brother Tyler. I think he was about maybe um 11 or 12, and then my baby brother Tyrese, I think he was probably about, maybe 6 or 7 or something like that, maybe 8. So we decorate our house. This is the first time we're actually officially going all gun ho, decorating our place. Well, finally got the money to do so. And it was so cool because we're making each year, me and my girlfriend at the time, we'll make a big feast. So we'll cook, of course, for Thanksgiving, and then we'll also cook for Christmas. So we're making a big feast, getting our place all decorated and cute. And yes, we were even dressing up our little pooches. We had a teacup chihuahua named Kiara at the time, and we ended up getting a pit bull. I don't know why this is why I keep my butt in the house now, because almost every single time, for some reason, on the week of Christmas Eve or whatever, I always find an animal, like a pet. And Lord and behold, we ended up bringing home. This was like Monday, 4 days before Christmas and all that stuff. We ended up bringing home a big pit bull, a blue pit bull female. We ended up naming her Shakira. Poor thing, you could tell she was bred to death. Very very sad sight. Running around, it was blistering cold outside. She was not chipped. We put out notices, no one ever claimed her, so we ended up keeping her. And she was a really cool dog. She was a really cool dog. That was my baby right there, good old Shakira. But I'm looking like now we got Kiara, which is a little teeny weeny chihuahua, and I'm like, this is a big mouth we gotta feed. Pit bulls, they eat. So I was like, oh god. So that took out on some holiday funds. Literally, because we had to get her some shots. We had to get her dewormed. Get her dog food, all this stuff. Literally, so within a couple of days, I probably spent probably about a good $300 on her just to get her, okay and all that stuff. Because she was in very rough shape, guys, very rough shape. So after that, I was like, okay, I told my girlfriend we're gonna have to cut back on some stuff because this kind of broke me a little bit. Thank God we already got our Christmas presents and things like that. We already did all that stuff. But the one thing we did not have, believe it or not, was a Christmas tree, which I purposely did that because Me, I was balancing out if I wanted a real tree or a fake tree, and I just could not make my decision. So I ended up making or coming up with the paper tree. The paper tree is when you take drawing paper, you tape them together, glue them, whatever works for you, and you can make that tree as long, as big, or as goofy as you want to. You can literally create the paper tree to whichever style you want. You can do a bamboo tree, you can do a Charlie Brown tree, you can do a traditional pine tree. So this year we did the traditional pine, and I drew that tree to be about, it was about over 6 foot or something like that. Took over just about the entire wall. And so what we ended up doing was, for some reason, my brothers was just acting a little selfish for me. They were being little Grinches, and I was not feeling that. So I had to humble them down a bit. So what I ended up doing was, because they were like, "Get me this, give me that, give me that," and, I'm like, "No, that's not the true spirit of Christmas, young men. We're gonna humbleize this a little bit." So with the paper tree, which was so fun, is I created a fun little ornament contest. And I know you're like, well, you just said no. Hear me out. So the ornament contest was really whoever could create the most ornaments. So just it was a fun way just to get them involved and also get them creative. So me and my girlfriend, we decorated our little ornaments and stuck them to the tree. And then my brother, sure enough, they ended up doing like over 50 ornaments together. Tyler had like 30 something, Tyrese had like over 30 something. So really, like, it was like 60 plus ornaments. I'm like, oh Lord. The tree ain't that big, y'all. How we could put all these ornaments? But we did. And the magic in their eyes when they presented their little ornaments was so darn cute. They had Batman ornaments. My baby brother Tyrese was really into the Incredibles, so he had little Incredible ornaments, and that's the one thing about the paper tree, guys. You can not only you can design a paper tree any kind of way you want to, but you can also decorate your decorations any way you want to. That's the fun of it. You can cut them out and color them in, or paint them, or create them. And so Tyler even created some stick little ornaments. So he did like the little reindeer with the nose. Well, actually, it's what do you call it? Those little wooden pin clips that you use to hang out your clothes to dry. He made cute little reindeers out of those, and we put them up on a tree as well too. So it was amazing. And guys, they was looking forward to doing more. I'm like, we're good, but next year I'll make an even bigger tree and we can add even more decorations. And this was something they were looking forward to. So that became a fun tradition in my family, the paper tree, which the paper tree would go up literally the day after Thanksgiving. And that day, they would start creating their little fun decorations to put on a tree. Yeah. And so what ended up happening, because they went overboard with the decorations, I had to give them a number, like amount to where they can, stick to. No more, no less. But they'd be so super excited to do this each and every year. Of course, they still, went over the top, but it was so fun because they were so geeked up to see their little decorations on the tree. And yes, I will have them put their decorations on the tree. They got to pick where they want their little decorations. So, guys, just something so basic, but yet so creative, literally turned my young brothers' hearts around. For the best. It made it humbleized them, as well as it really churned their creative, fun spirits, and saved me some money too. Because honest to God, one cool thing about the paper tree, we'll take pictures of it, and we'll put in our photo albums and stuff. But me with uh, removing a tree from the place, even if it's a fake one, it's not always that easy, especially when you're in apartments. So it was fun to create something too that was apartment friendly. So the paper tree, once everybody took their pictures and things like that, simply just tore it down, and just threw it away. Bam, easy squeezy. So like with the paper tree, and then too, it looked beautiful because then all the presents were still gathered around, the tree and everything, and we, packed the presents all neatly like a nice little pyramid under the tree. And it was really cool, guys. It was really, really fun. And we got to autograph it and put fun little messages and stuff to it. So, yeah, guys, like, I'm a big advocate of, having your own mind, having your own way, creating your own fun traditions. Because then I ended up creating another fun tradition, and that was Find Little Snoopy. So, I will share this one in another post, but yeah, so another fun feel thing is I created a fun scavenger hunt for my brothers. So if they were able with clues to locate where Snoopy was, it was like a little rubber little toy statue I had of Snoopy. If they were able to find that statue in my house anywhere, they were going to get $100. Yeah. hmm And it was fun. It was fun. They had to use these clues, and it was something that kept them busy, kept them excited, and then too, what was so cute was I put emphasis on them working together. Because at first, yeah, it was like every man for themselves, but then I was like, no, you boys work together and find these clues, figure out these clues and then find Snoopy. And they, in fact, did that, and it built their relationship. It gave them a stronger relationship. So again, guys, there's always fun things that you can mentally create in your mind that can really set your holiday celebrations just on a whole nother level. Seriously, and encourage the necessity of family unity. All right, guys, to the next one.